I'm watching Breaking Bad Season 2, Episode 7. So the last episode was called Peekaboo, and that's a game where you're hiding and then revealing your face. And this was an episode that was very revealing for a lot. We had a lot of characters reveal their true nature and who they really are. I mean, it started with Jesse not even stepping on a bug, letting the innocent creature go, whereas Skinny Pete walks up. Bug wasn't even bothering him. He just saw it, had power over it, stepped on it, and killed it. We also had characters like Carmen, the vice principal, welcoming Walter back on his first day and telling him, "You can talk to me about anything." And maybe that was an innocent conversation, but to me, it felt a little bit less than innocent and a little bit more revealing of her true feelings towards Walter. And then Walt Jr. or Flynn, he is so protective and so loving of his family. We've seen him, care for Skylar while Walter's missing in the past. But in this episode, we see him get protective of his father when there's the antagonizing sign on the car. And then when we get home, he is meeting Gretchen for the first time, and he immediately starts thanking her and telling her how much her support and he thinks, funding of her father's cancer treatment means to them. He's a good boy. So when Walter and Jesse are separated in episodes, I always find myself comparing what both of them are going through because I feel like they're always going through similar scenarios and contrasted against each other. So again, with Jesse, he couldn't even kill a bug, and yet he has to go to these attics and threaten them with violence in order to get back money that's been stolen from him and Skinny Pete. When he's there, he immediately finds a small, neglected, abused child, which is going to make this even more difficult for him. He starts caring for the child, giving him food, and, like I said, it reminded me back of the scene or the episode where Walt has crazy in the basement and just can't bring himself to commit a violent act. Jesse just went on for too long with them, giving them too many chances because it's not in his nature to be violent. And then with the addicts, they told Jesse, we will pay you back with interest. And it's just funny to compare those two because Jesse's in the wrong line of work. He is too kind of a soul to do this. He has said that in the past. He has said that to Badger's cousin, and guess what? He meant that. He went back, he paid back his cousin with interest and for any of the damages that he caused. Whereas these addicts, these are just empty words. And then another thing I kept thinking about while I was going back and editing was when the two addicts talked about a victimless crime when they stole the ATM, but they actually murdered someone in order to steal it. It was making me think about how Jesse is having to confront what some may consider, a victimless crime. He is selling drugs, but a lot of people in that scenario think I'm not holding a gun to anyone's head. Everybody has free will and they can do as they please. If somebody's going to buy it from me, then, it's not my fault what happens to them. However, he has to confront the small child who's been abused and neglected. He has to see what becomes of people that do the drugs that he sells and the crimes that they commit. Meanwhile, Walter, again, a revealing episode for him. Now, when I see him teaching, he just seems so happy. It seems like that is what he should be doing. He seems like a fantastic teacher, and it seems as though he enjoys teaching. However, I think Walter is an insecure person, which we saw a lot of in that episode. When Walter went to lunch with Gretchen, I couldn't get over how rude he was being to her. I mean, am I going to find out? Don't tell me if I do, but are we going to find out what happened with Gray Matter, why he ended up leaving? Because it seems to me that he left out of insecurity more than anything they did to him. Again, unless that hasn't been revealed in the story yet, but Gretchen herself is saying, you left. You gave us no reason. You just up and left. You stopped talking to me and to Elliot, and you just wanted out. But then we have Walter who's saying, you took my research, you took my work and made millions out of it. So, what happened there? But when it comes to that, I can't help feeling that it comes down to Walter and his insecurities and his pride, because Gretchen's true nature, she could have told on Walter, and she didn't. Even after he was rude to her, even after he cussed at her, after he said terrible things, basically calling her a spoiled brat, she could have, I would have, if I was in her position, I would have told Skylar the truth, but she didn't. She still protected Walter and, left it in a situation where she was no longer a part of it, but was allowing Walter to, clean up his own mess. She didn't cause any more damage. But also, she was still saying, hey, I will still give you the money if you wanted it, even at that lunch where he's being rude to her. And when she says, I feel sorry for you, I don't think she said that. It did not come across in a rude or mean-spirited way. I think she truly meant, I feel sorry that you feel this way, that you've lived with this much hatred and this much resentment in your life. From what I've seen, I really do think that Gretchen and Elliot do care for Walter, and I think that Gretchen found out that he doesn't feel the same way about them, and that's sad. And the last thing that I'll touch on that I kind of was thinking about while I was going back through and editing and rewatching the episode, I found myself actually comparing Walter to the addicts in the previous episode, not taking accountability for their actions and making other people out to be the bad guys. And when faced with the consequences of their actions, they turn into victims and blame other people and say that they're the ones that wronged them actually. I think I've gone on long enough at this point, so let's get into the episode. We got a little music video. The Gringo's famous inflated. Dicen que es color azul y que es pura calidad. Anda caliente el cartel, al respeto le faltaron. Hablan de un tal Heisenberg que ahora controla el mercado. It's funny though how they say that it's Heisenberg that runs the streets when really it's Jesse who's supposed to be the distributor. So it seems as though Walter's about to be in trouble. Yeah, Walter's in trouble. So I wonder if Hank and his work with the DEA and having interactions with the cartels, is he gonna end up accidentally saving Walter or protecting him without knowing it?
Do you know what a bond is? A strong force of attraction.
So I think this episode's going to be all about bonds.
Bonds are what hold the physical world together, what hold us together.
Yeah, but, 58, I was close.
There's no close in science, Barry. There are right answers and wrong answers.
Look, if I don't pass chemistry, I have to go to summer school, and couldn't you please just let this slide?
I'm not sure. Old Walter, maybe. New Walter, I'm not so sure about.
Don't bullshit. Bullshit.
Yeah, there we go.
The answer is no. Next time, apply yourself.
Oh, that's what he put on Jesse's paper. Apply yourself. And look where Jesse is now. He's definitely not the same teacher from the first episode, though. I don't think anybody's getting anything past him. Second cell phone? Yep.
Are you ducking me or what? This makes the third time. Oh, and by the way, that thing we talked about.
What thing?
I said handle it.
Oh.
Well, don't. Just let it go.
Well, it's too late for that, buddy.
Jesse, open the door.
Open the door or I'm gonna throw rocks through your windows, you dumb whore.
Can I help you?
No, thank you.
Well, I'm the manager, so can we stop with the pounding, please?
I very much need to get inside here, so if you have a master key...
Yes, let me just let a random man into my tenant's apartment.
And you knocked, right?
Yeah.
He didn't answer, which means...
He doesn't want to see you,
Look,
or
I'm
he's
his
not
father.
home.
All right?
You're Mr. Jackson?
That's me, Walt Jackson. And you are...
Jane. Whatever's going on between the two of you is family. I don't get involved in family.
Jesse already told her that he's a disappointment to his parents, so his behavior kind of checks out.
Come on in, Dad. Thanks.
okay?
Oh, we had such big feng
Jesse
shui.
Jackson.
We had big plans for this apartment. Now it's
Know
filled
that
with
blinking
Funyuns.
thing I've been calling you on?
Did what you
Give me
asked him
my-
to, and now he's
I won't break this.
traumatized
I
from
won't
it.
break this.
Not that he knows that, but I'm just saying.
Is this what you've been doing the whole time I've been trying to reach you?
No. I've been taking care of business. What, you already forgot?
Yeah, because that was just a fleeting moment for him.
I said handle it. I meant fear and intimidation. I meant get your money back. I certainly never meant
Did
for
it
you
to
to
kill somebody?
No!
Here's your money.
How thick are these walls? Because I feel like Jane could hear everything. Blood money. He did what you asked him to. But all the bullets are there.
I didn't say I killed him. Dude's wife crushed his head with an ATM machine. Oh my God, the sound
Yeah, those sound
still in my
effects.
ears.
Does anybody think that you killed anybody?
I called the cops.
You called the cops?
I split, then they came in and busted her. She did it for like nothing.
And she identify you being there.
She can't identify herself.
Identify her left ass cheek.
I think this was a good wake-up call for Jesse, though, seeing drug addicts
see, I
so
was
far
a
down the
kid.
line.
Oh, if I know you, leave a message.
Hey, it's Badger, man. Yo, we got those pants you wanted. 32 large, right? Let's do some business, yo.
Are you gonna get back up on that horse?
Apply yourself.
I just want to forget.
I think we could do a little bit more than sorry, Walt. Hank.
Hey, Jesus Malverde, patron saint of Mexican drug dealers.
Scumbags kneeling down, praying to him. Hey, please, Senor Sente. Hey, no hey, please, eh?
Ooh, he is in a new position, new office, new coworkers.
I'm just saying, why is he on your desk?
If you know your enemy is yourself, you'll fight without danger in many battles.
Right on.
Agent Schrader!
Sir.
I could have picked a better time to arrive. About to put a big dent in the cartel. Right, Vanko? Give it a dot.
Ooh, Hank doesn't speak Spanish. Oh, Hank. Culture shock.
Yo, bro, check it out. It's a satellite picture of you farting.
Batman and Little Boy.
I'm Heisenberg.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I was about to say, Skinny Pete remembers him.
Let's just get this over with.
Where's Jesse? It's all there, man. Every dollar, in case you want to, count it.
He is pretty intimidating looking with the hat and glasses.
What have you heard?
Did Jesse really squash that dude's head with an ATM machine?
I was gonna say yes.
Damn, man, it's all over town.
Oh.
Everybody's like, whoa, snap. Usually I gotta chase dudes down for their money, but today, everybody's paying up.
It's good for business, apparently.
You didn't hear that from me.
It's good for business.
Very good, Ms. White. We'll consider your application and let you know.
Actually, may I see Ted Beneke? I think he'll remember me.
Yeah.
I did tell Skylar to get a job in that second episode.
Skylar. Oh, my God, look at you.
Hey, Ted.
How's Walt Jr.?
Oh, 10th grade, and he's just growing like a weed. He's taller than I am now. Speaking of movie stars, those can't be the twins.
I'm in real trouble there, huh?
Yeah.
Walt, how's he doing?
Oh, he is doing great. Yeah.
I think we're about to call in a favor from an old friend.
I was applying for the data entry job.
Skylar, you were like our go-to bookkeeper. How about get your old job back?
Okay.
Honestly, I'm proud of Skylar because she's trying to protect herself.
This is our territory, right? Currently.
And given what she's going through and what she knows, we know more than her, but what she knows, she's doing the right thing by trying to protect herself. Life is all about who you know, unfortunately, so she pulled some strings. She did what she had to do to protect herself, Walt Jr., and the future baby.
It's an entire city full of buyers. Now, why aren't we exploiting that? Employ more dealers. Double, triple your crew. Those 3 I met, they should each have 3, 6, 9 sub-dealers working for them.
We go rolling into these neighborhoods. Other crews ain't gonna take kindly.
But I say they're not gonna do a thing about it. The game has changed. The word is out. And you are a killer. Somebody crossed you. You got angry. You crush their
This
skull.
puts Jesse in more danger, though.
Now, don't you see how great this is? You are a blowfish. What does the blowfish do?
The blowfish blows.
I don't even know
The blowfish puffs up, okay? The blowfish, so that it makes him intimidating. That's why. Who messes with the blowfish, Jesse?
Nobody.
You're damn right.
I'm a blowfish!
Blowfish!
Yeah!
Hello? The Sky Mall. Give me the Sky Mall, would you?
So is this an informant?
Item SS4G. Yankee Stadium final season commemorative baseball. Hand signed by Derek Jeter.
Hey, how about you stop jerking us off here?
A little bit out of his element here.
Where's the meat? When's it going down?
White boy don't like, let's make a deal, huh?
White boy's gonna kick your ass. You don't stop wasting his time.
My name's Tortuga. Tortuga means turtle. That's me. I take my time, but I always win.
Things are done a little differently here, Hank.
Hank's doing just great down there. He's really making inroads.
I'm sure he is. He's a hero after all.
He says he's mostly writing a desk, which between you and me is just the way I want it.
Got myself a job today. Beneke.
You did not. Is Mr. Grabby Hand still there?
Marie, that was
Ooh,
one
grabby
time at a Christmas
hands.
party, and he was so drunk, he was...
Is money that tight?
But she seems to be a little desperate, like I said, to protect herself.
You know, we can always help out.
You know, Walt, he would just...
Speak of the devil.
Hey, hi, Murray. How are you? What's up?
Is he gonna be sick? He doesn't want her to know that the coughing's getting bad again. So we're both hiding stuff from each other.
Hey, Dad.
Hey.
Dad, notice anything?
Oh. Is there a funeral today?
Mom got a job.
You think it's a good idea in your condition?
No, the doctor said I can work practically up until I go into labor, and it's just an office job. I'm just sitting on my butt.
Where?
Beneke? I'm back working in the accounting department.
What about the welding fumes? Isn't that why you had to quit in the first place?
They've gone green since then. I don't want to be late. My first day back.
Bye.
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 You know, I said it was to protect herself, but also, after last episode, she thinks that they no longer have gray matter money to fund Walter's treatment. So she could also just be doing it to help out Walter as well.
Hey.
She an artist like Jesse?
Yeah. What you drawing? Damn. That's good. Make a hell of a tat.
I work part-time down at ABQ Inc.
Right on. I used to do a little of that.
Show her.
Used to be a drawer too, huh? What stopped you?
You know, just... So, tell me something. What kind of tattoo artist has no tattoos?
That's way too big a commitment.
Honestly, same. I want a tattoo so bad, but I just can't commit to anything.
Hey, man, you're Pinkman. You're the man. Everybody's been talking about you.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Keep it real.
Pinkman, huh?
Yeah.
Thought your name was Jackson.
Your snitch is really earning his nickname.
¿Qué chingos piensan? Mandándonos un bocón que ni hable el idioma.
Políticos, hombre. Políticos.
No, güey. Yo digo que es pura mierda.
Is he pulling a Daenerys and pretending he
something I need to
doesn't?
know about? We were just, singing your praises.
Hey, I think that's your guy. What the hell's he doing down there?
Well, so he wasn't in the show for a long time. That's why I didn't know he was in it. What was striking his head? The tortoise. Hola, DEA. Well, at least they didn't hurt the tortoise.
Raider, where are you going? We need evidence back. Right, pretty big one.
What's the matter, Schrader? You act like you never saw a severed human head on a tortoise before.
Are they playing a joke? The tortoise, no! Look at him, he's making a tourniquet looking. They talk so much shit about him, and look, he's in action even though he's freaking out. Oh, that's why we were at the museum.
The game has changed. Yo, this is our city. Well, I'm gonna be king. You guys will be princes or dukes or something.
I want to be a knight.
We gotta get more dealers, you know, foot soldiers. Now they'll be working for you. You're working for me, and they're working for you. Layered. like nachos, exponential growth. Now that's success.
MLM again. I still don't trust Badger. Oh, he's got the bomb in the back of his trunk, it looks like.
Boys are ready. Give me some mad chatter, yo.
We're not charging enough.
What?
Corner the market, then raise the price.
It's just never gonna be enough for Walter.
Oh, hey, Ted. Come on in.
Looks like they got you all set up.
I wanted to thank you for having me back.
You don't have to thank me. I need you.
Hey, how's Denise doing?
We split up about a year ago.
Good thing you came back.
She's definitely happier now. I guess I am too most days. I don't know, people change. We should have lunch one day. Like old times.
Sure.
We're doing it for the baby. We're doing it to protect our future. Maybe the couch or chairs will be the next step.
Oh, hey.
Hey yourself.
So listen, my name's not really Jesse Jackson. It's Jesse Pinkman. And that guy you met is not my dad.
At least he's being honest.
You're not gonna kick me out, are you?
I don't make it my business what you do. So long as you don't do it here.
So, hey, I got this kick-ass new flat screen. Wanna see?
Well, she sees it.
It's Dolby 6 point whatever, so it'll really rock the house.
With her living on the other side, I'm sure she's excited about that.
I'll keep it way down. Of course.
So it seems like everybody was getting a new job this episode. Hank started his new job. He was a little out of his element. He's going to have to relearn, new office politics, what jokes will and won't fly. I think he's going to have to learn Spanish. And we have Skylar, who got an old job back. Then we have Jesse, who his job has changed a bit because now he's not just going to be overseeing a few dealers. There's going to be dealers upon dealers upon dealers, apparently, if Walt has his way. And then with Walt, it seems like he's taking on a little bit more. He said he just wanted to cook, but it seems like he wants to get in on the action, especially after seeing the reputation that Jesse is getting. On that note, I found, what Walter was doing with Jesse with the reputation, it kind of reminded me a little bit like with Gretchen in terms of he's letting other people believe a lie and asking the person that it's about to allow the lie to happen because it's personally benefiting him, Walter. Skylar, at first I was more on board with the fact that she was getting this job to protect herself. She has no idea what Walter's doing. She has no idea what he's up to. And getting a job and getting money is a way to protect herself and her future child and current Walt Jr. Flynn. But also, I think that she still loves Walter. I think that things have changed between them, but she wants to believe the best in him, and I think she's just waiting for him to kind of bring her back on board with their relationship almost. So after the last episode, she no longer thinks that Gretchen is going to be funding Walter's cancer treatments, so it might not just be about self-preservation and safety. I think she might also be doing this too because she loves Walter and wants to contribute more. Then we had Walter, who was doing a little after-school tutoring with one of his students that's not performing so well, and I found it funny that he was telling him to apply himself because that's what Jesse had kept that test where he drew Mr. White on it, and Walter had written on it, apply yourself. So he's always been telling students to apply themselves. He told Jesse to apply himself, and then he goes to Jesse's house and is hyping him up and trying to get him to do more, to do better, except it's really not what the original message intended, he's now asking him to step up and be a tougher drug lord. Back to Hank and his new position and having to learn new office politics and the ropes. He was giving it a shot. He was definitely trying. It wasn't like he wasn't. He was trying. He's just learning the ropes. And how funny is it that, well, none of this was actually funny, but the fact that his new coworkers were insulting him behind his back and making fun of him, and yet even though he was disgusted with the Danny Trejo's head on the tortoise, he was still trying to perform his job. He was going to get the evidence bag, which, hey, I'm pretty sure that's protocol, right? You should not be touching evidence. You should be getting the evidence bag. And just to even go back further, he was trying to not negotiate with Danny Trejo while the others were just giving him whatever he wanted. And he was, Hank was just trying to do his job when they were interrogating. Hank was doing his job when he went to go get the evidence bag. They weren't following protocol. They just went ahead to rip the head off the tortoise, and guess what? Didn't benefit them, did it? That was a gruesome scene. Again, however, though, with everything going down, with all the trauma and shock after that explosion, Hank jumped right into action. He immediately was applying a tourniquet to the guy that was treating him like shit. I think Hank's reputation is going to continue to grow. I can't tell at this point if he's going to grow along with the position and his reputation, or if he's going to continue to experience mental health issues because of how intense this job is. And that kind of goes the same for Jesse. I was talking about what a kind-hearted soul that he is, and you can see that with how he's interacting, with Jane. He just, at the end of the day, is like a sweet guy. And now people around town, and even further than that, hopefully not the cartel, are thinking that Jesse is a vicious killer. And is that going to be a role he grows into? Kind of like the same with Hank. Then with Walter, I got a little frustrated, at the beginning of the episode, because wouldn't you know it, he changed his mind. He makes really rash decisions when he's upset and angry, like when he got in a fight with Skylar and then he went and told Jesse to take care of business. He put Jesse in mortal danger. Jesse was trying to live up to his expectations and his wishes, and things didn't go super well. He's dealing with the trauma of what he witnessed there, and then it turns out that Walter just changed his mind anyways. And now Walter is wanting to grow exponentially, but it's off of Jesse's reputation that he's doing that. I mean, I think people know Heisenberg, but they don't know it's him, but they know Jesse. So we will see where it goes from here. But I'm excited. I'm going to jump right in, and I will see you in episode 8.